Okay, welcome in everyone. We have Sicilians versus Romans, and we have a Feitoria start. That's why a Feitoria starts. And also a gigantic amount of wolves through this center area if they want to get to their opponent's base. They start with a queen as well. These are Rex. So I don't think these will be a re or anything. I think we play this one out. Sicilians for Yo is... I'm going to rename him down here. There we go. Sicilians is like... I don't know how they match up with a Feitoria. Because your extra stone is basically neutralized a little bit here. Maybe you could go fast castle into like a castle drop or something like that. Maybe you could just go boom off the Feitoria. I'm not certain. Same thing with Romans. Don't know how the Feitoria is really impacting you throughout this. Regardless, Feitoria starts, you don't really need a lumber camp. You can just be heavy on food early, and you'll see them go up to Feudal Age on like 13, 14 pop, and then make a fast castle out of it. Because this Feitoria is bringing in food, it's bringing in gold, it's bringing in wood, it's bringing in stone, it's bringing in everything. Romans finna cook up some evil shit the world's never seen before with this generation. Thanks, Lars. Dungeon Rush with Feitoria? That can't be worth it. Classic Lars, yeah. I would have loved to see Lars in like Shakespearean times as like a playwright. Would have loved to see what type of words we would add to our dictionary because he made them up. Those wolves in a line? Yeah, there's a lot of wolves here too. If I were Capoch and I saw these, I'd put a palisade there to remind me that the wolves are there. So there's a lot of chickens hanging around. Gold supply is honestly not great near the main bases. It's not a lot of value on the ones close to them. There's a lot of value on the neutral ones, but of course you have this Feitoria the whole time, so that's going to be bringing in res. Relics, looks like there's one in the middle, one over here, so that's 3, 4, and 5. 5 relics. Mandel, thank you for the 4 months, dude.
30.
Thank you. Is this Regicide? No, it is not. You will know it's Regicide because the unit will be named Regicide. Dungeon Rush into Rams sounds good on this map. You could do that. Maybe. I mean, maybe. We have some Feitorias gone down, go down pretty early. Yo's Feitoria is pretty secure, actually. It's got these wood lines around it. Capoch's Feitoria a little bit closer to his TC, though. If Yo gets a castle here, I mean, Capoch is cooked. And he is Sicilians. He could get a castle there. He's seen it. Sunny PP. Thank you for the 15 months. I usually keep mine in the dark. Remember, if he goes for the castle drop, there are 6 wolves along the way. There's not much to speak of in terms of fish. I don't think there's any fish on this map. They could, like, fish boom with a dock and start making fish traps. It probably doesn't make sense, though. Just think they'll probably both play fast castle. Look at Capoch's res when he gets to Feudal Age. Like, this is just having a Feitoria. 17 villagers. They probably went up too late, both of them. Probably just went up too late. Oh, guys, look. Isn't Chinese? It was Yo's Rex. Oh, my God. Oh, no. That doesn't say anything? I know. Maybe Capoch has his game in Chinese. Maybe he does. Yo is going forward here. And Yo is going to run into one wolf. This is fine. He's got a spearman. He's got the villagers. Okay. He's like, yeah, this is all right. This is all right. This is fine. Run into a wolf. That's okay. Do that all day. Not a big deal. NBD. And then his queen is going to come back across this way, and he's going to see 5 wolves. And now Yo needs to stay as far away from that as possible. Look at this gold mine. Is that like 2 gold mines together in a trench coat? Almost 14K gold on that. I think it is. I think it's 2 of these together in a trench coat. And Capoch will go for the donjon right up against the Feitoria. Or sorry, Yo will go for the donjon. I don't know. This wolf is tripping me out, dude. He's going for the donjon right on the entrance ramp to the Feitoria from Capoch. Why not wait for the castle? Don't know. Maybe he thinks Capoch. I mean, Capoch is going to have enough stone for a counter castle if he goes for one. So maybe he's nervous about that. Regardless, that's a great position for the Feitoria. Yo can still buy himself enough stone for the castle if he wants to. He can still buy a stone for that if he has a market. He doesn't have a market. He went stable blacksmith. He went stable blacksmith. Donjon here. Villagers going down from Capoch. Does Capoch not have loom? He does. Yo's just killing the villas regardless. And now Capoch will go for the second TC. And hopefully there's a way he can defend this, because right now that's the primary source of most of his resources with 18 villager eco. And Yo's just going to take that out. I don't know what this play is for Capoch. Feels like if Yo goes all in, he can make up for the fact that he's going to lose his Feitoria with just a boom. Some knights are now coming out from Capoch. He's going to try and get counter damage on Mr. Yo. But I mean, this Feitoria is dead. It's going to die. It's done. It's gone. The ram's working away. There are some knights here from Capoch. You might be able to delete the house, come in and snipe the ram. Or he can just walk around the house because there's a hole there. And Yo left that ram exposed, so the Feitoria is still up. Capoch is holding the line over there. Knights are coming in. How quickly does Yo see this? Feels like he knows the knights are there. He moved the villagers just a little bit. Another ram coming out. And I'd love to see more spearmen instead of sergeants. You know you can make spearmen out of this, right, Yo? You don't have to make sergeants. You know you can make spears out of that. Oh well. He's still making sergeants. He's in Castle Age, so they're a bit stronger than they were. And the ram's working away. Capoch needs to save this. He needs to get this mangonel over here stat. But he's worried about the knight. The Feitoria is going to go down. He can't make another one. He's sending one villager out to repair that. That's not in time. That Feitoria is cooked. Feitoria goes down. Mr. Yo, with the early pressure and just the lack of urgency from Capoch, is able to take down the Feitoria. And Yo even has a villager lead right now. So Yo is ahead on everything. Capoch does have Romans. Does have some knights. He's thinking about pushing this back. Maybe he'll be able to get Yo's donjon at some point. Yo's Feitoria? Or not Yo's donjon, sorry. Yo's Feitoria at some point. But Yo's Feitoria is still churning out resources. Capoch now has pop space. That is a good point. Yes, he has pop space. Classic Yo just walling this and holding on to this area. Capoch needs to be careful with this mangonel. Yo loses the villager. Goes for another TC. He's just delaying for as long as he can with this forward position. And he's booming up behind. with Feitoria. What can Capoch do? Can Capoch actually take out the Feitoria for Mr. Yo? It's a big deal. It's going to become less of a big deal the longer this game goes on. Because it's roughly equivalent to like 15 bills or whatever. But it is bringing in stone, which he's not mining right now. It's got a solid supply of gold, right? His food eco isn't fantastic, but it's ticking that up as well. So it's helping him produce. 15 bills is huge. Not when you have 150 bills. And it's not so big anymore. Still, the fact that there's comparable villager count is just really bad for Capoch. He was also exploring with the monks. He's looking for relics. He's found one over here. Hasn't quite found this guy over here. But he's snagging these dudes. He's already gotten one from the middle. And I think that's... Is that just most of the relics on the map? I thought there was one more on Capoch's side. There's one over here. I guess this was the one kind of on Capoch's side. And this one over here too. So you already snagged the two furthest relics. It's not 15, more like 8 vils. But what if it was 8.5? That is an aggressive castle from Capoch. Especially knowing that the TC is here. Why, like, you could just put it here as well, and you could probably range the Feitoria with Bodkin. Isn't there one in the middle of Capoch's base? No. Oh! 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 Almost got it! Villagers can't really sneak in. Now the castle's going to have to go back here somewhere. Yeah, Capoch is going to put the castle there, which is probably a smarter decision in the grand scheme of things. Yo's trying to get a knight. He gets it. Sent the villagers back out for that gate. I think that was a misclick. He's also getting some more conversions on these knights and hides the monks inside of the town center. He did finish the rewall over here as well, but he doesn't have enough stone to counter drop this castle. He does have a market, so maybe he could go and buy stone, but there's still knights hanging around. It's a bit of a risk to put a castle up now. Yo, we'll just have to deal with the fact that that castle's on his front TC. And almost within range of the Feitoria, but not quite. Yo can click up soon. He's losing vills. He's busy back here. He's collecting more relics. That's relic number 3 and 4 on the way in. Say Feitoria as Portuguese as possible. How does Nelson say it? Feitoria? 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 Something? Feitoria? I don't know. Yo's res collected is so good. Yeah, well, that's a big part of it. Portuguese don't pronounce vowels. Oh, so it's Fatur. Fatur. Perfect. All right. So Knight's running around here from Capoch. I have to wonder, like, what the game plan is. Maybe he just figured the Fatur was going down quickly, and there was nothing he could do to save it. But going into a second and third TC when your most important building is being taken out, and really not delaying that for very long at all, is just kind of questionable. Still, he's got the forward castle here. He's got some pressure. He's thinking about a second forward castle. with those villagers coming in. But now his military is way out of position. And the villagers can't get the castle up with the knights here from Mr. Yo. There were some good counter raids as well from Yo, forcing Capoch to look back at his base a little bit. Capoch will go for an even more forward castle, and he gets a couple taps on it. He gets some taps on it. It's within range of the Feitoria. But no dice. No dice. Mr. Yo has the converted Centurions. Yo is an Imperial Age. Capoch still making some Centurions of his own. He's pushing this stuff back with the Knights, but the castle is still not up. The castle ain't up. And Yo can go for a castle too. I like the raids over here from Capoch. This is nice. You could get some really good value from this. But that's a Sicilian castle being built in defense. So can't hard commit to this castle, that's for sure. Yo now taking the Cavalier. Second armor upgrade as well. And of course the... What the fu... He doesn't see it! He didn't see it! He didn't see it! I was like, what on earth was that, dude? This thing was like 90% complete with Sicilians, and Capoch is like, yeah, I can do that. Ah, that's so funny. That's so funny. All right, well, Capoch wants to take this game as late as possible. Because Mr. Yo is an imp. Has a villager lead at the moment. And he's still roaming around. He's still keeping Yo's army at home. This castle is to delay the push for Mr. Yo. There's also a lot of stone and a lot of gold out here. Capoch managed to snag one relic as well. But Yo is getting built up. He's getting his eco to the point he wants it to be. He's also got some counter raids coming in. Might be able to find this TC. Nope. He sent them right to Capoch's home base. Also, we have this dude. The Feitoria. The Feitoria. The Ftur. The building. The factory. Yep. And it's bringing in a lot of res. It's putting in a lot of work. This has kind of become the target for Capoch over here. Yo needs to be paying attention. And he is. Fletching, Bodkin, Bracer could be great for Yo, but he wants to spend his food in other places, probably on Cavalier production. One castle goes down now for Capoch. He's going to be pretty severely housed soon if he doesn't pay attention. When this and this go down. The resource giver. Yep. That's a pretty new upgrade. Let me noob you. It's made by Chippy. It's a Twitch extension. It's probably like 2 weeks old. 3 weeks old now. Why no GG? This is so over. Oh my god, it's TJ. Holy, it's TJ. Well, TJ, I agree. I think this is over. But Capoch, I mean, Capoch has 106 villagers now. And he's still putting pressure on here. Yo doesn't really have the freedom to go forward. He has to keep his army at home. But now with Yo clearing up these castles, Capoch being badly housed, and Yo pushing through the center here, I don't really know what it is that Capoch can do because Yo still has this. And he's still got these. 4 relics versus 1. So much passive income, dude. It's an insane amount of passive income. I mean, Yo could make a Twitter account telling people how to earn passive income like he does. casual 27 villagers. I don't think he noticed it. He garrisons the one villager that was created after the bloodbath. He's like, no, you we have to keep safe. You were the last baby of the tribe. No longer housed? He isn't housed anymore. That is fair. Capoch is playing on. He is playing against a guy with a Feitoria. He is in Castle Age. His opponent is an Imp. He just lost like 30 villagers over here. He's going to lose more villagers over here. He doesn't have any castles to protect himself. He doesn't have any potential to really raid. And Capoch is absolutely gaming right now. Yo usually tires out when he reaches Imp. I think Capoch has that. It's an astute observation there. That's a good one. Even the wolves are against them. All it took were some wolves. All right, so Yo takes that one. I mean, who would have thunk it? Right? After the Feitoria goes down. So, Yo goes ahead 1-0. KD, pretty convincing. Resources collected, pretty convincing. Did Yo even go on stone all game? I don't think Yo went on stone once that game. Did he? I don't think Yo, yeah, he didn't. He had the 100 extra from Sicilians, and then he went for the Feitoria. He did? Shows 992 stone collected. So the Feitoria wouldn't have collected that much stone in that amount of time. I mean, it doesn't matter, but there were 4 on stone at some point. Okay, cool. All right, so he did. Cool. Doesn't matter, but good to know. Okay, game 2. They are not playing the HyperRandom Feitoria version. They are just starting with Feitorias, bro. And now we have a bunch of fortified walls around here and a war wagon to start. So Capoch is going to be playing Japanese. Yo is going to be playing Hindustanis. We have a pretty open map with a lot of relics, it looks like. Let's take a look at how many relics exactly. That's pigs. 5? Is that it? Is it only 5? I guess they're all in this corner. I was looking at this corner. I didn't look at the rest of the map. They're all in this corner. Okay, cool. The Feitorias love being forward. I think it's probably scripted like that. Usually the Feitorias are forward. Zetnus has probably included that. Like, if Feitoria, then put it forward. And this is with fortified walls. So what kind of build would you guys go for in this situation? We got to examine how much gold is and stone there is. It looks like there's a lot. Looks like there's a lot of meat available from the boars as well.
5 months with my favorite Canadian.
You could go fast imp. If you're, fast imp bombard cannons. Oh my god, this is within range of the war wagon. That's so annoying too. Could go fast castle into forward castle in the Feitoria. I mean, they're both within range. Could go siege push. Yeah, there's always extra houses if a Feitoria spawns. Yeah. That's to help you through the start. Also, the great mining camp for both of them. Really solid job. Good spawn on the mining camp, for sure. Both players just trying to deal with the wildlife a little bit. Smoke Monkey is out of here. This guy is gone. Except he can't escape. And Yo might discover this rhino. Does he pull that in if he does? Or no, that's Capoch. Does he pull this in? That's a big rhino. That's a big boy rhino. That's 529. It's a big boy rhino, but now he's got more tigers chasing him. I mean, this has just been annoying. Why does this look so ridiculous to me? Yo is pushing this from the middle of the map with a war wagon. And he's got more than enough food from the Feitoria and the boars. Are those edible? The smoke monkeys? Yeah. I would love to see him scout the corners of the map instead. Imagine, he could be pulling in this rhino right now. But instead, pushing in a deer. All right, how much res on this map? Doesn't look like a lot of wood. It's 127k, 40k gold, 24k stone. Theoretically infinite resources for both players because they have this building. And Feudal Age is coming in at the same time. So that's funny. They both go up at the same time with the Feitoria start. And this is not a standard type of build, right? This is just them adapting. And they're both going to manage to go to Castle Age perfectly fine. Capoch has a lot less food in the bank right now than Mr. Yo, however. Market Blacksmith. 2 less than last game. They also had more hunt than they did last game, right? And they're fully walled here. So does Yo pull this in with the war wagon? Or not? Maybe not. Just gonna scout the corner. Okay, so Yo is on the way to Castle Age. Capoch is on the way to Castle Age. How do you open this one up? Yo went for Market Blacksmith instead of Barracks, like stable. So he doesn't probably want to play the Light Cav contest for the relics. And it's going to be Archer ranges for Capoch. So it's going to be Cav Archers for Capoch. Mr. Yo. Ghoulam? Ghoulam doesn't feel great against Cav Archer. Nor against Japanese. Well, I mean, by the time he has something that like fully counters Ghoulam, you've already switched into something else. Like, if he opens Cav Archer, it's going to be forever until he can find something to counter Ghoulam, like Samurai, what you're thinking, or Champion or whatever. I still don't think Ghoulam is great against Cav Archers, though. Will be a forward siege as well from Capoch. So Capoch wants to take out the Feitoria from Mr. Yo. Yo, I guess he wants to, like, just boom, maybe? Where are these guys going? He's got a TC back here, and he's found the freaking jackpot back here as well. We got smoke monkeys, we got gold, we got stone. He's TCing the corners! And a monastery on the front side. He is just TCing the corners. And what are the odds of Capoch actually finding him in those corners? I don't know. Maybe less. He's far away. He is a corner checker for sure. So, he can get redemption to stop the siege from killing the Feitoria, which he will probably go after. It's not going to be cav archers from Capoch. It's just going to be crossbow. Maybe some cav archers later. And it's only 10 crossbow at the moment. He's got to be wondering what Yo's up to. What is Yo going to do here? The monk will come out. Capoch needs to be careful not to give him the war wagon. And Yo is charging up on that villager and then coming over to fight this war wagon. So Capoch is going to give him this war wagon. That is just... That is not good. As soon as you see that monk, that was a really fast conversion from Yo, but he did charge up 2 ticks on that villager. As soon as you see that monk, you got to leave with this. Very powerful unit to have. And this one has, yeah, this one has Bodkin Arrow. Redemption should be in next for Mr. Yo. Redemption Sanctity could be really valuable. He's also got to keep enough res to repair this full work. And I don't even know if you can go for redemption here because of the crossbows. Capoch has to be careful. These war wagons can kill the mangonels fairly quickly. Mangonels now coming out for Mr. Yo in defense. He has 31 villagers against 24 from Capoch. And Yo has so far done a really solid job with the monks to keep the crossbows away. And Capoch is like, screw this, I'm just going to go after the monastery. I think you should just keep going after this thing, though. Like, it costs him so much to repair this. Why go after the monastery here? I guess he thinks redemption is coming in, and he wants to stall that. But he's got the crossbows against the redemption monks. Very strange decision there from Capoch to go after the monastery. Ram now coming out as well. It's going to keep hitting the Feitoria. And Yo will keep repairing that. So if you're repairing the Feitoria against this amount of damage, I mean, it's basically like it's not even feeding you, you know, wood and, or sorry, gold and stone or whatever you need to repair it. Just convert the Feitoria. You can't get in. Nice little snipe there on the Mangonel. Castle behind this from Yo. He's done a much better job protecting his most valuable building here. Much better job. Still hasn't gotten redemption. He's getting the infantry armor for Ghoulems. Capoch almost has enough stone to castle drop this. And it's Capoch this time that did not go for a market. So Capoch can't buy the stone to build a castle here and shut this thing down. Ghoulem's good versus this comp. Yeah, if Yo can hide them and keep Capoch busy with like 1 Mangonel and 2 monks. And the freaking converted war wagon, which is such a big deal here. If he can keep him busy until he's got a couple Ghoulems in the castle, he can come out here and clear this army. If Yo manages to save this, that's ridiculous, dude. It's taken 7,000 damage. Capoch gets that. War wagons behind here. Capoch, you could get the Feitoria now, dude, before all the Ghoulems come out. If you just attack, he's very busy, though. He's sending villagers forward. He's going to try and go for a castle here. Yo has 6 Ghoulems. Here come the Ghoulems. How quickly does Capoch notice? Goes for the attack rounds. Gets some decent value. On some of them, he's got 5 Mangonels. The crossbows are busy attacking the freaking monks over there. The Ghoulems are coming in. Yo is going to take out every single Mangonel. Oh, no, brother. Oh, my God. And now the castle is going to get denied by Capoch. The crossbows are going to go down. And this is an incredibly frustrating situation here for Capoch. You hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. But he'll make a run for the Feitoria with the ram. Yo now goes for a tower to try and stop this. Maybe the castle goes up. Hang on a second. Is there anything coming out that's ranged? Not really. Maybe the castle goes up. Hang on a second. 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. I mean, he's still at 29, 28 villagers, so surely that's not good. But at least the castle will go up. And he still has his Feitoria. Samurai are now coming out from Capoch. He's still walled. Mr. Yo is now free to boom. Free boom from him. He's making some armored elephants. He wants to push that area back. 65 villagers with his little corner TCs over here. Took advantage of the smoke monkeys as well. Capoch, why are we trying to mine stone there when we block ourselves? Man literally completes the wall for Yo. Now they can't get out. And Yo is going to send his armored elephants around to this side. He might even just ignore the castle completely. Yeah, he's just going to come in from this side. TC over here. So that's TC number 4 for Yo. Samurai are doing their thing. The villagers are still forward. And the elephants went all the way around to get to this outpost. Those villagers are weak, Capoch. The elephants can 1v1 the vills. Yeah, he brings the samurai back. Yo, going up to Imperial Age. Capoch is full recovery mode here. He's got quite a few samurai. But, Yo should be fine. Especially once he reaches Imp. Should be okay. The Feitoria is operating at a loss if you repair it. I mean, it should have been dead a long time ago. If he had just kept attacking that instead of the monastery, it would have been dead. But it's capturing market share. True. It's trying to corner the market. The passive income market. Very competitive area. Dude, the samurai do rip through the golems. If they ever engage. Unfortunately for Capoch, hand cannons are a thing for the Hindustanis. And I think Yo could win this game even if he loses the Feitoria right now. Even if Capoch holds on to his. I mean, it's just a 40 villager difference, casually. One Feitoria is not going to make up for that. The only problem for Yo right now is that he has 5 on wood currently. Might want to take care of that at some point. Might want to shift some villagers onto wood, or just buy 400 wood like he just did. Sure. Why not? University goes up for him. He will go for chemistry immediately. He will lose the Feitoria, it looks like. Surely this time with 4 mangonels, Capoch can take this thing down. Surely this time he can take out the Feitoria. And not shoot something else. And the Feitoria crumbles. Finally. Capoch manages to take that thing down. And then what? Chemistry is on the way for Mr. Yo. The monks do fall. Maybe Capoch could start the relic victory. But I don't see him with a single monk yet. He is adding a 4th TC, so he's starting to expand his eco a little bit. But the golems are coming in. The samurai want to take engagements against them. They're very, very strong against those golems. The problem now is that the hand cannons are about to come up. Does Capoch even know about the expansions? Dude, he was around when the first expansions hit. All right? He knows all about the expansions. But no, he doesn't know about the TCs in the corner for Mr. Yo. Hell yeah, man. First time I see Samurai and Pro play, I'd stop watching right now, to be honest. I don't think it's going to get better. I think we've peaked with the Samurai in this game. I think it's only going to get worse. Yeah, they had a good run. Wall in Trebs. Don't ... All right? Don't do it. It's rude. Okay, so the Samurai are coming back this way. Capoch, 66 vills. Yo, 105. So he retains that 40 villager lead. I don't know. I don't think Capoch will suspect that the vill lead is that big. I mean, the score is ridiculous. But Yo is an imp. Yo has also been, like, repairing this the entire time. Capoch didn't see the expansions on either side from him. Res collected is crazy. I mean, that's what happens when you're 40 villagers ahead for a solid 10 minutes of the game. Oh no! The Feitoria from Capoch is now being targeted by Mr. Yo. And he is going to lose a big part of his economy. Grand Trunk Road, Ring Archer Armor on the way for Yo. He's only going to target this with one Treb. He'll go after the cast with the other one. Chattagny is already in, so the hand cannons are 9 range. And there's 22 of them. There's one gun boy and then some for every samurai. And Yo takes game number 2. So Capoch, I mean, I like the early push. I think he should have just kept attacking the freaking Feitoria. Right? Also, like, I know he loved the hill here, but if he had Mangonels over on this side, it's much harder for Yo to approach. Because he has to go around the Feitoria to snipe those. So Capoch was really trying to hold the hill, but he could have had a couple on this side still just constantly attacking it. We'll see if we get another Feitoria start. It'd be funny. It's not likely to get them. It's probably like 10%. So I just got 2 10% in a row.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a charity tax break just for hanging out
2-0
with
for
you.
Yo.
Hi Dave. Just a quick question.
Yeah.
Do you know who you want to take you home?
I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. I know that we are going on to a Nomad start. And Yo has Chinese, game number 3. Britons for Capoch. They start with a mule cart. They start with 3 villagers. And they need to try and find a good TC spot. Capoch has found one up against the edge of the wood. Over there. The big chunker wood. And Yo is going to go over here. He's going to find one next to some berries, some gold. Quite a bit of food value on the berries there. And a little bit more out in the open. But potentially closer to more hunt and whatnot. Looking around on this map, we've got a boar over here. Not much food on that. Boar over here, same value. Smoke monkeys with 97. Deer with 110. Foxes with 45 is not bad. And then some random herdables. There's just not a lot of food on this map. It's just not a ton. 85.6k gold, though. And 32k stone. So that's a decent amount. Capoch's exploration. What can he see? He can see a turkey. He's got some deer under his base, which is nice. But he desperately needs some more food. Some more deer there. One lonely little forage bush. Capoch has all the wood. I don't think that's gonna matter. Yo's got plenty of wood over here. Yeah, why can't they start with Feitoria Nomad? Huh? Think about it. Then you douche your opponent's Feitoria. Think about it. Forgetful Giraffe, thank you for the 7 months.
Or reviewer.
Why not double Feitoria? True, dude. True. Double Feitoria, 3 villagers, Nomad, no house it. No house start. Random into Huns? Oh, Huns would be broken, yeah. Huns would absolutely be broken. Give me a second. Sorry, that was my mom. I love how she leads with, "Are you busy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to talk to you about." Classic, dude. And I can't like I can't just say, you know, like, "Mom, I'm busy. Can't do it." Doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right. So, Britain's start for Capoch. He gets a little bit more food from the herdables. He's found himself some berries out here, and they have the mule cart as well. So Capoch is taking advantage of that. Mr. Yo goes for the mill over here near the berry bush. He's also taking advantage of the mule cart, and he started with Chinese. So he had extra vills, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter, right? Because the res collected is fairly even at the moment. Capoch has an easier base to wall. Like, with what he's seen, he could definitely just wall this entire area. Honestly. Just wall himself into a corner and play Britons into the late game. Could work out. Mr. Yo is going to have to play a little bit more open with Chinese. I mean, it's still kind of a corner that he can secure, but it's a lot of effort. Capoch is hunting for hunt. He's on the lookout, and he's moved this mule cart, and these guys have been chasing after the mule cart, trying to drop off for so long. Here we go. Okay. He's found himself another deer. It's one at a time. Does the Chinese have an advantage in this matchup? No. Britons, like, if we're talking late game, Britons will kill Chinese. Roy TikTok, thank you for the 49 months.
I am still a pleb.
Only advantage the Chinese have here is the mule cart. Well, I mean, they both have a mule cart, so... you know? Siege Ram kills Britons? No, unfortunately it doesn't. It's quite a good unit against Britons, but Britons can go for Onager to deal with Siege Ram. Onager in general deals with Chinese quite well. Interesting wood distribution. I mean, it was Nomad start, right? So Yo could have had the option to go left. He started like right here. Capoch started like right here. Could have had the option to go right. The end of the day, it doesn't really matter because Yo has plenty of wood available to him as well. All right, so Yo is still searching around with his villagers. They're both up to feudal age. Capoch is up faster, and Yo is going to find these two villas from Capoch over here. Still doesn't know where Capoch's base is. The fact the villagers were there might lead him to believe that Capoch is over here somewhere. And now Capoch is going to find the TC, unfortunately for Mr. Yo. And Yo waits until the last second. Capoch finds it, but he sacrifices a villager to do it. 3 militia from him behind. So he wants to go men-at-arms, most likely, with an archer follow-up. Kind of lacking the food, though. Like, this map did not have a lot of food at all. So if he wants to keep villager production, he's going to have to forego men-at-arms. If he wants men-at-arms, he's going to have to stop making vills. And he decides to stop making vills. A tower now on the way from Capoch. He's going to see the archer range from Mr. Yo up on this hill. Yo's resources looking really solid. Like, there's an argument for Yo to go fast castle here. I think it's really risky with men-at-arms that are going to be in. And the archer follow-up, and this is really good pressure from Capoch. I think Yo might have to commit into feudal. You can see him going for a tower now just to try and keep himself safe. He has managed to save these 2 vills. He does have the archer range up. He's going for fast castle. He's going to try and save for it. He's still got some villagers on food over here, some vills on food over here. But this is a pretty good position that Capoch has to cause some damage. And Yo is still playing very, very open. Yo going out for the vill rush now against the tower. The TC is almost within range. His own tower kind of within range. And the tower from Capoch just can't hit this villager. Oh my god, that's so frustrating. And Capoch, it's not like he has a blacksmith. He can't afford fletching. He really needs one. He really wants one. He doesn't have one. Trying to repair the tower. Villager goes down from Mr. Yo. So 1 villager killed from each of them. Now a vill goes down from Capoch, but Yo's on the run with these ones. And Capoch can't quite take out another villager. Castle Age is coming in for Mr. Yo in 1 minute and 41 seconds. And you can see Capoch. He's looking. He's scouting with the mule cart. There's no villagers forward here anymore. He's looking for where these vills are for Mr. Yo. They can't all be over here. If he comes over here, he's going to find himself a really, really nice group of villagers to kill, but he doesn't. He loops around this way. Wow, that wood line is weak. Holy cow. Tower goes down. Fletching is coming in for the archers. Yo gets a villager kill. Oh, that's so frustrating. If you're Capoch. And Capoch can't find anything. Yo is just too spread out. He's too spread out. Like, look at where the eco is from Mr. Yo. It's back here. It's over here. Like, then there's the condensed eco underneath the safety of his TC. Like, too much. Capoch's scouting isn't good enough. He can't find it. Knight's now coming out from Mr. Yo to deal with this army. Capoch sees the stables, so he's going to start adding in some spearmen. And he goes for another tower to deny the gold for Mr. Yo. The mule cart actually has really good line of sight with Town Watch. Like, he could even scout back here. You gotta assume Yo has more than this. Gotta assume he's got more than that, but he's just not finding it. Okay, so fletching is in for these archers, and Yo is going to lose a lot of villagers coming in for this tower. Couple more vills go down. The knights also killing the spearmen behind that, but they wasted time on the men-at-arms as well. So the tower's up, and Capoch gets, well, 4 additional villager kills. Super, super solid, and now he's walling off this tower. So it's going to be tough for Mr. Yo to take that out with just the knights on this side. Also walls coming up on this side from Capoch. Food eco is still not in the place where he needs it to be to go up to feudal age, but I mean 10 archers? Spearmen? Still very limited eco for Mr. Yo. It's not looking bad for Capoch, honestly. If you're going to be hard stuck in feudal age, this is not a bad situation to be in. Yo can attack the tower if he deletes the stable. Excellent, excellent observation, Chemical. Your powers astound us all. There are some very weak villagers. You might want to heal your vills instead of the knights. Another tower from Capoch. Hard committed onto this area from Yo. Absolutely hard committed onto this area. He thinks all of Yo's eco is here. There are still 6 villagers over here. There are still 4 villagers over here. So 1/3 of Yo's eco is not present in this area. And it's extremely exposed on the other sides. That's really nice for Mr. Yo to switch the conversion target onto the villager. Those vills are like so much more valuable to convert than the archers are. Normally you go after the military unit, but you take out those vills, you deny the tower. Capoch with the eco lead? No, he does not have the eco lead in any way. Or sorry, did I misspeak? I meant Mr. Yo earlier when I was talking. Sorry. I'm getting messed up here. I was worried that I had rushed my mom on the phone. I was worried that I was rude to my mom. I was thinking about that. All right, so Yo walls himself off over here. Capoch finally finds the villagers. Please hug her when you see her. I always do. I saw her yesterday for Thanksgiving. All right, tower goes down. The rocket cart takes that out. The knights are coming over, but the spearmen are still here. Yo has the +1 armor. And right now, that doesn't look like it's enough against these feudal units. And usually Yo is really good at saving the weak ones, but he's only going to save 1 knight here as Capoch clicks up to Castle Age. Not a terrible situation for Capoch at all. Where did those extra vills go? He left with them. Nice. He's got good vision on the rest of the map. Good outposts from him. Hunting down the villagers from Yo. He's going to kill all of these. If Yo manages to come back from this, I will be very impressed. He's going to be sitting at 30 villagers against 45. Capoch will get to Castle Age with a big army to upgrade. And Yo is just now going for the second TC. He still doesn't even have double bit axe. However, Yo is taking out a bunch of these outposts that were so nice for Capoch, right? So the vision's going to be his instead. And he's already starting to snag the relics. I think Yo went from Monks, Knights to Towers, Siege, Workshops. Too many choices. I mean, he had to. If he didn't do any one of those things, he would have died, right? So he had to do all of those. He was just kind of stuck in a bad place when Capoch forwarded him, where he was like almost clicked up to Castle Age. And he just had to commit. That's an unfortunate loss, losing that monk. Still trying to clear this stuff. Capoch still tracking the knights, though, and Capoch goes for a second and a third TC. And he already got the farm upgrade for all these farms, so really solid setup for him. Just feel like he should have started with the Siege Workshop to relieve some pressure, then transition. That's what he did. What? I don't understand what you're saying. He started with knights and then monks. Well, he needed to start with knights and monks. Siege Workshop's too slow. He started with the towers to deny this. Then he needs to go for the stables so he can get some knights on the field. Because the Siege Workshop takes too much time to build, and that army's going to cook you as you're trying to go for the foundation. Then you go for the monks to heal the knights, and then you go for the Siege Workshop to push it back. If you go Siege Workshop right away, you lose. The villager got converted. The Siege Workshop from Capoch. Exhibit A! You go for the Siege Workshop, you lose. Capoch's Siege Workshop gets denied. Castle making longbows here from Capoch. And he's got himself a decent setup. It's just whether Yo can come back. I mean, Yo is back up to 43 villagers. What Pokemon is Mr. Yo? Mr. Yo is... Alakazam? No. Snorlax? No. Electabuzz? No. What is a Pokemon that looks completely unfazed by everything that's happening around it? Wobbuffet? Yo might be Wobbuffet. Metapod? Yo, it's definitely Metapod. Yo, it's 100% Metapod, dude. If Metapod was a fucking gamer. Alright, third TC coming up for Mr. Yo. Wheelbarrow is on the way. 100% he's Metapod, dude. And Capoch is in a very comfortable position with Britons. He's just stuck in his little corner over here. He's still got gold access. He's got some stone access. He's making longbows. He's feeling good about himself. He's also got some good scouting, too. Really good scouting on the map. I'm slightly disappointed he hasn't started collecting relics yet. But should be fine. He's just going to focus on the conquest victory condition. Could be problematic if Yo manages to get them all, but I think Capoch should be able to see that monk, right? He did definitely see that monk. But he leaves it alone. He's going to chase the knights instead. And the monk is coming all the way back for Mr. Yo. Husbandry is on the way for Yo. Capoch is War Turtle. I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Rocket cart goes down. Longbows. Too much range. Too much power. And the Siege Workshop will complete. Eco difference is still massive. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 86 vills against 63. Res collected. 4K ahead for Capoch. He's making his way into the longbows. If he gets a castle forward as well, Yo is in deep, deep trouble. Love to see villagers coming, and they are. Castle in this area could be really, really good. Even just a castle back here, right? Capoch will go for another TC over here on the stone and the gold. That's a solid one. And now he's going to try and save these villagers. Nice little quick wall there from Capoch. Yo is trying to make his way into knights. He's got the +2 armor already. He wants to have enough knights to collapse on these longbows. He doesn't have enough yet. I don't know where the other knights are, but there's only 2 inside the stables over here. And Yo is going to lose more vills. Longbows are fun. Here's some of the other knights. He had 2 forward. He sends 2 more to join him. Capoch will attempt a castle over here. Yo will get some villager kills, but Capoch is getting a bunch of his own. And the knights are currently busy with the villagers, which is annoying. It's also clearing up more reinforcements here and covering the siege workshop. So the only army left forward from Capoch, the only threat really left forward is those longbows, which with 12 plus 2 knights can actually die. Yo might be clearing this up. Yeah, like Capoch losing his reinforcements, losing all those villagers forward. And now about to lose all these longbows too? Is Yo cooked or is he cooking? I mean, we've seen Yo in positions like this a million times, right? Where you're just thinking, okay, this time he has to be dead. This time he must be dead. It's not possible for him to still live after this. But I mean, Yo has just had a great minute or two of destroying all of Capoch's army, and there's only 7 military from Capoch. He's forced to go for the castle back here. Not the worst thing in the grand scheme of things. It'll help him defend his base. But now Yo gets some time to expand a little bit. And Yo is also snagging all the relics. Is that the final relic over here? We might have ourselves a relic countdown soon. Because even though he had most of the map control, Capoch made no attempt to go for relics at all. He's taking control of some more stone and some more gold on this side. Yo will go for another TC. Chinese TC up on that hill. It's like a citadel, dude. The relic countdown's gonna start. It's gonna start. And it's all about whether Yo can hold on long enough. How on earth is he about to click up to Imp? How does he do this every single time? Capoch clicks up to Imp, and Yo is up as well. Every single time he does this. Capoch is the epitome of washed. Take a little time out. We don't... No, you broke rule number 1. It's fine. Be back in a bit here. Just a second. You broke rule number 1, dude. There's only one rule here. Dave is the epitome of washed. I am extremely clean. Yes. All right. Longbows. There's a lot of them. You don't want to fight that. You don't want to charge into that. Victory condition coming in. How is that rule number 1? Well, rule number 1 is don't insult the players. It's also don't talk trash about other streamers or casters. It's also don't ... It's also read the room. So it's very simple. Under 98 years, relic countdown is coming in. And now Capoch is like, oh crap. How have I not finished this game yet? And he's started the relic countdown. Now, I don't think Yo will go full defense mode for that relic. He will probably use that relic to try and force Capoch to make some rushed and maybe dumb decisions. Because if Capoch is going to get to this point in your base anyway, you're probably going to be defeated either way. So you might as well just play the way you were going to play. If he wants to rush in and sacrifice units for the relic, whatever, you're going to have to win this in a standard way anyway. And until it's like minus 150 years. Like if it's the final 50 years, then maybe you try and defend it a little bit. Yo is expanding his eco a little bit. Capoch Still only 2 castles. Kind of tough when you want to get Trebs, Warwolf, more longbows, yeomen. Like, you want to get so many things on the field from just 2 castles. Does Capoch know? Oh, yeah, Capoch knows. He can see it. He can even see what monastery they're in. Cavalier is in now for Mr. Yo. He is like 40 villagers behind still. Res collected is 11k behind. Forward castle from Capoch. Yo can't really let him have this position with the longbows and the trebs. Capoch getting all the upgrades for his infantry. Now Halbs are coming in. How is Yo going to stop Halb is the question. I don't know. He can push back the longbows with the Cavalier. Even though they're sniping him from Narnia. But how he stops the Halbs is the big question. Yo is coming in now. Yo is coming in with the Cavalier. He's trying for one big fight here against the longbows, maybe to clear them up. But now the Halbs are here. Yo is just trying to depopulate this longbow army as much as he possibly can. Remember that Capoch only has 2 castles, soon to be 3, to make more longbows. And he's down to 26. But still, that can't be a great fight for Mr. Yo. Simply can't be a great fight for him. He lost so many Cavalier. Now he's losing the castle here. It's 140 years. Yo needs a switch, right, into skirms. Yeah, he's going to make it eventually. His Treb will go down. Capoch will push forward. He can easily Treb the monastery now. But he's going to go after the other buildings first. Wow. I mean, from his thought process is like, I have a ton of time to kill all these buildings and then go after the monastery. But we saw what happened with the Feitoria that one game. I mean, you just kind of want to take it out now, don't you? Yo goes for a siege workshop. He's found this stuff back here. Capoch is still chasing him. 200 population for Capoch. He's raiding everywhere. It's just like Cap coming in for Yo as he makes the tech switch into skirms. And he has to abandon so many farms. 23 farms. GG. Well played from Capoch. Good early pressure from him. The relic countdown was nice for Mr. Yo, but it didn't really matter because he couldn't fully recover from that. Losing the longbow army and the mangonels and everything forward and the villagers going for the forward castle, not the greatest moments there for Capoch. Also not grabbing the relics. But he did enough early. He did so much damage early that it's just like impossible for Yo to come back from that. Even Mr. Yo. Look at the res collected is just the wood alone is 10k more for Capoch. Okay. Game number 4. Rhodian Slinger for both of them. Capoch playing as Mongols, Yo playing as the Cumans. And look, we've got little ice lake. This looks like that game you had as a kid. Do you get anyone else have that? Where you just tap the ice blocks? What was that called? And you gotta like tap them and try and make them fall through without all the other ice blocks falling through. Hungry Hippos? No, it was not Hungry Hippos. Don't break the ice. That's what it was called. Don't break the ice. They also start with a mule cart. Mongols with a mule cart is pretty disgusting. How much is on these boards? 462, 274. Yikes, dude. Mongols is going to be pretty nasty here. Ice Climber? No, that's a character in Super Smash Bros. They also had their own game, but I never played that. All right, this Rhodian Slinger It has the same bonus damage against, well, it has a little bit more actually than a standard slinger against infantry, but it only does 1 damage. So even though it's like a range unit in Dark Age, it's pretty junk. And Capoch is going to bring in this boar. We're going to try to bring in this boar, rather. So the Mongols will steal a boar. And have more than enough food for themselves. This is a disgusting setup for Capoch. He should be ahead in res collected forever. Also, Mr. Yo coming over to this side. So, fortunately for him, he's going to start chopping through to the water section. I don't know if they can actually dock this, but there is a lot of oysters and fish over here. So, Capoch is going to be chopping through to here. He can see the water behind. Yo is going to be chopping through to here. He cannot see the water behind. I love this icy water. Yeah, I haven't really ever seen this terrain, I think. I forgot about the Ree. Do either of them have theirs left? Well, this is Rex, so I would assume that they didn't include the Rees in the Rex. We got the Rees earlier from the recorded games, but that's pretty rare. Double deer push. Let's go from Mr. Yo. And res collected pretty far ahead for Capoch, and you would expect that. Once he drops the res off here, it'll be even more noticeable. The amount of hunt for the Mongols that is available to them here, and the bonus for them is just incredible. And I don't know if the Cumans can get away with a 2TC boom here. I think it might just need to be military pressure from Mr. Yo. Let's take a look at the other resources in the middle here. 188 on each one of these stones. That's not a ton. 457 on the main stone, though. That's great. Main gold, 1,300 on each one of those tiles. So that is a lot. That is a ton. And then, of course, the extra res on the map is in the corners. Relics, berries, gold, stone, wolves, penguins. All right. Both up to Feudal Age at around the same time. Capoch still had them res collected. No surprise there. I'm actually surprised that it's not more. And he's still using his mule cart to collect a little bit of the hunt. Mr. Yo using it for the wood instead. So Yo doesn't have a lumber camp. Fun fact, wolves and penguins share no living space. Yeah. I would suspect that. Zoos? Think about that, dude. Zoos? Can you double bit with only mule cart if you're not Armenians or Georgians? You can. Yeah, they made that change. So if you start with a mule cart in a game like this, you can get the text now. Mr. Yo just hasn't gotten his tech. He's going for a stable. There we go. Double bit axe coming in. Horse collar on the way too. He'll go for scouts, and for Capoch, it's going to be an archery range. $400 ahead. Res collected for Capoch. No surprises there, right? The Rhodian Slinger, Yo will probably take this down. Not the biggest deal because there's not a lot of infantry involved, but it's nice for Mr. Yo to still have this thing. Because he can make scouts, and if Capoch doesn't take that out, he can just keep luring every single spearman into this And the spearman dies super quickly. So it's already huge value from keeping this thing alive. And then he doesn't need to, like, he can kind of delay adding an archer range to help against the spearman. It's going to add it anyway. Gonna go for the range behind. Force of habit, if nothing else. There's a dead villager from Capoch. Yo sneaks in and snags her. Good start for Mr. Yo. Capoch definitely has the Civ with more momentum, with the faster uptime in general. And he can take advantage of the map a little bit more with the Mongols. But as our Rhodian Slinger goes down, at least he got a couple shots against the Spearman. Mr. Yo with a better start. Can he dock this is the question. I mean, Capoch is working his way through here. If he could get a dock up, he could take all this food and the oysters to it. With the villagers, you don't even need to make fishing ships. Did Yo get another villager? He did. He's going to get another one. Oh my goodness. Capoch. Villagers all over the place. He's trying to send his archers in this way. Yo's going to have skirmishers though, and Yo is tracking that. Or he was tracking it, rather. And now he's not. Capoch sneaking in here towards the wood line. Maybe Yo's spidey senses are telling him something's up. That army is going to be very annoying. Especially since there's a hill here. You can get downhill hits against the villagers. Yo is still looking around at the front side, trying to find more villagers from Capoch. He's trying to block this army with the mule cart. Great use of the mule cart there to just slow this down as much as he can until his skirms can get there. He's still going to take some villager losses. That's 1, that's 2, and 3. But he could have lost a lot more if he wasn't blocking. And now he's going to clear all of the archer army from Capoch, and he can come back the other way. 27 villagers for Mr. Yo. 26. No, 25 for Capoch. He has gone for the dock. You can build anywhere? You can build anywhere. It's in a book. Just take a look. That's some real thick ice. Ice fishing. Yep. And Yo hasn't cut through. And Capoch knows Yo hasn't cut through. So Capoch is going to take advantage of the fish. That is resources he's not putting into defending himself on land, though. But he does have archers. And still should be okay. Doesn't really need to take any of this res over here. You should be able to build docks anywhere. Wood floats. Docks are made of wood, ergo docks should float. Thank you, Janosh. Appreciate it. Thank you for the update. I agree with Janosh. Fire galley now coming out from Capoch. Why are we making a... Hang on a second. Why are we making a fire... Is he worried that this connect... He might be worried this connects to Yo's side. He saw the water over there. He may be worried that this connects all the way around. He doesn't know. Worst case scenario, Yo might get through with the scouts or whatever, and the fire galley could be useful. You could also use it to scout the rest of the fish and everything. Missing Jassar's updates? Yeah, if only he had spoken to Jassar. He would have found out that this was an extremely trapped and moisty ice flow at the back of his base. Fire galley still coming out from Capoch. Scouts now being added from him. Went for a little bit of a sneaky stable at the back. Yo is still chopping through here. Yo is showing no interest in getting to those fish just yet. He's getting wheelbarrow. He's got a decent amount of skirmishers here, but now the scouts are activated from from Capoch. If Yo got Town Watch, which he usually gets quite quickly, he could see the fish back here and maybe prioritize that a little bit. Couple archers going down from Capoch. Looks like a spearman died as well. The skirmisher is still pushing in. Capoch finding out the fish is safe. He's going for another fire galley. What the fuck? Brother, you're a little too lost in the sauce right now, Capoch. We need less fire galley, more fishing ship. Less fire galley, more fish. Resources for both of them looking solid. He did make a second fire galley, and now he's realizing that it's probably not a great idea. Town Watch is on the way for Capoch. Castle Age is on the way for Yo. More fishing ships out for Capoch soon, as he discovers that this is completely locked in. He's not going to be too mad with that. Especially since he was here and saw 2 layers of trees still available to be cut when the last time he visited Mr. Yo's base. So he knows that Yo wasn't docked.
I just played Spartans, not really sure why I owned the opponent, but they cook as F. And look like the other 4 to 5 civs also does that just by reading about them.
I'd have fixed. Yo, thanks for the $5, man. The Spartan's really cooking. I know nothing about the expansion. Look, Capoch is coming back here with the scout. He wants to find out if Yo is fishing. He's going to be so happy with that. Not with losing this guy, but he's going to be happy with that. Yo still doesn't know that there's fish here. Still has no idea that there's fish here. But Capoch did wall all of this off, and it looked like he was chopped through, so he might suspect, and now he can see. Now he can see that there's fish. I wonder where he docks here. He's walled off the front side of his base. He gets to Castle Age. Yo will go for knights. Capoch goes for another dock out here. It's so weird seeing them in the middle of the ice, but it's what it is. Yo might be trying to chop a place to put the dock. I mean, at the moment, he's investing wood in other things, but he might be trying to chop like a full shoreline to put the dock on, and he won't realize that you can just put it any which way. Castle here from Capoch. He wants Magadai. Yo is going to see that castle. He's going to come in with the skirmishers and unable to deny this thing. So fish boom at the back with the ability to gather food and gold from the fish boom. A castle going up here from Capoch, and decent resources to maybe go fast imp if you really want to. I think he will stay in Castle Age for a little bit longer, though, and mass up some Magadai instead. Humans, they don't really do well against Magadai, and Yo doesn't realize you can just dock anywhere, any which way on this. He went for the dock on the shoreline. Really solid setup from Capoch. Really, really solid. There's still a risk. When Yo gets Elite Skirm and Bod Canero, the Magadai are going to be a little vulnerable. And obviously in these low numbers is a risk against this early push, and Yo is in. Lead Skirmisher is coming in. Bod Canero is already completed. And Capoch will lose some villagers here. He's going to lose 3 vills. Plus 2 armor coming in. Magadai cannot go down to these skirms. They take so long to produce. It's going to take forever to for Capoch to get a full army. You just can't lose them to skirms. Now Yo's going to see fire galleys. Like, what the fuck? Did he see something I didn't see? Huh? The knights are in, though. The knights are in. The knights are in. This is a disaster, and the fire galleys aren't doing enough. Oh no, the knights are in through the house and it's a massacre. Oh, Capoch had such a good setup. He had it all. He had the fish, he had the oysters, he had the fire galleys, he had the docks on the ice, he had the Mangadai, he had the castle, he had everything. He had absolutely everything. Oh my god, everything but one extra house. This is what pressure gets you. Mr. Yo goes through the house. It felt like such an easy re-wall behind here for Capoch, but this was the most exposed area of his eco. It was looking so rough for Yo. I thought everything's fine, except for the fact he didn't stonewall behind this. Everything else was perfectly fine. Those villager losses, acceptable. Whatever. Lose 2 vills on here, acceptable. Whatever. Right? Everything else is fine. It should just have the wall behind here. That's priority number 1. Damn, dude. Did not expect it to collapse that quickly. I was just sitting there thinking, like, what on earth does Yo do against Mangadai if Capoch is fully walled? Oh. Oh, well. Yo's got to be looking at these docks like, oh, how did he make those? How did he make those? Oh, weird. So, that's Mr. Yo's set. He wins 3-1. Capoch is out. Mr. Yo is through to the playoff stage. Barely more res collected there. Once again, prioritizing the relics over Capoch. And Mr. Yo